This is Randall from ArtesiaBulldogFootball.com, and I've got another interview. This time I've got Jeremy Maupin on the line, the new head coach of the Bulldogs. Jeremy, thanks for joining me. How are you doing this afternoon?
Doing good. Doing well. Yes, sir.
Okay,
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, you bet. I wanted to kind of talk to you about where you started from and how you got where you're at today. I'm sure a lot of people know you, but I think there's probably a lot that don't know a whole lot either. So and would like to know your beginnings and how you got started, and like I said, how you ended up where you're at today. So I'd like to start at the very, very beginning. Your parents are Terry and Donna Maupin?
Yes, sir.
And most people probably know your dad, I assume, he owned Terry's Electronics and Home Center for a long time.
Yes, sir. Yeah, long time. 33 years, I think.
33 years?
Yes, sir.
And I guess he's retired and enjoying the good life now?
He's actually working at the hospital.
Oh, right okay.
Now.
Okay.
So, yes, sir.
Okay, good deal. And your mom was Donna Maupin?
Yes, sir.
And you grew up with 3 sisters?
3 sisters, yes, sir.
Wow, okay. How was that?
It's good. We're actually all really close, so it's good. They all still live around here, too. So
that's good. Well, I was going to say your sister, Jamie, is married to Derek, the basketball JV coach, right?
Yes, sir.
So you got some coaching friends in Artesia, so that's good.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
So I wanted to talk, so did you grow up watching Bulldog football, obviously? And
yes, sir. Yeah, I mean, since I can remember, I loved going to the games on Friday. I had 3 cousins that played in front of me. My cousin Paul, was on the 96 team, and then my cousin Charles was on the 98 team, and then I played with my cousin David my junior year in 03, and then I got to play in 04. So
right.
I just feel like that's what we did, every Friday and then every Saturday and in the early part of the winter, and got to go watch a lot of football games.
Right, and y'all were all quarterbacks.
Yes, sir.
Did y'all all wear number 12? I wasn't sure, but I kind of thought maybe y'all did.
Yes, yeah, we all wore number 12.
Was that that by design? By choice, I guess?
I think so. I think Paul started it, and it just kind of continued. And then by the time I played, I just felt like that's what I had to choose. But it's a good number.
Right, yes. Yeah. A lot of good people have worn number 12.
Yes, sir. Yeah. It kind of seems to be the quarterback number, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. So you said you had your cousins. Is that who you kind of idolized, or did you have somebody else that you watched growing up?
No, I mean, yeah, those were the guys. I mean, Paul and Charles were kind of, definitely idols, guys. I love to go out there and sit and watch them play, and
right.
I'd go over to their house on Saturday, and they would, we're still pretty close to this day, and Paul's helped me run some camps and stuff, and just really good dudes. Paul, one of the smartest football players I've ever talked to, just has a lot of really good thoughts, and Charles was just a really good athlete, and he played some quarterback, but he played a lot of receiver too.
Right.
And so it's just fun to watch those guys and now get to talk to them, in a different role. So it's fun. Those good guys.
Yeah. I definitely remember Paul and Charles a lot. So they were Paul was right before me, and then Charles was after me. So, yeah, definitely
yes, sir.
Great players. So you played on the 2004 state team. You quarterbacked that team, and you guys were 11-2. You looked like you rolled through everybody. You had losses to Carlsbad and Cruces. Looked like back-to-back, but, Carlsbad, that game is always tough. Cruces is a bigger school. But man, it looks like pretty much every game y'all rolled. What do you recall about that year?
Playing Bulldog football is special. So it was a fun year. Really good teammate. I remember, having a really good defense. There's a lot of guys that were really good on that side of the ball, and I know me and Denny got to play a lot of quarterback, and had Joe Dirksen was our running back. Not the fastest guy, but just nice little, quick, made good cuts. Always seemed to fall forward, and then we had some good speed out of receiver, and some guys that are still around here. Jamie Guthrie played, Nolan Young, and Scott Poe, and
yes, I definitely remember Scott.
Yeah. Alex Cardenas, just 4 really good guys to get to throw the ball to, and then Chris Vieira. And so it was really, I had a big offensive line, which isn't always the case here,
Right.
But, some good dudes that were, just love football. And that's what I think you saw in our class when we played, and you just all love the game.
Right.
It was a lot of fun.
Yes. And as I'm, when I play this back, I'm going to show some clips from that state game. So
nice.
You'll see a few plays on there from you. I don't know.
Right.
During the summer, I was reposting state championship videos. I don't know if maybe you...
I saw those. Yeah, I got to watch that. That was cool to see.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, something to pass the time. So while we're waiting for football, again.
Right.
So...
Yes, sir.
Cool.
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm going to roll some of those clips on there of you playing.
Oh, cool.
So,
yes, sir.
So you guys won the 24 state title, I believe, and like I said, 11-2. So then you come back to Artesia as a coach in what was it,
2012.
2012. So you come back to Artesia as an assistant coach?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What was your role as assistant? What part did you play?
Yeah, so my first year back, I taught at Zia, and I was coaching freshman football over at the junior high. So I got to come right in and start calling some offense down there. It was Matt Kahn and Steven Johnston and Mike Worley. That was our staff. So it was us 4, and I got to coach some really good kids and got kind of thrown right in, and just to figure out how to call the offense. Learned a lot that year from both Cooper and Coach Worley and those guys, and so it was really fun to get started that way.
Right. Did you eventually move up to the varsity and coach?
Yes, sir. Yeah. So that next season in 2013, I moved up to the varsity, and I started coaching running backs, and I was the special teams coordinator. Okay. And so I did that for, I guess, 3 years. And then when Rex's first year, I moved to coaching receivers, and then I moved up in the box, and I helped him, calling the offense a little bit. But,
right. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And so in 2017, Cooper essentially steps down, and the head coaching comes up, and I guess Rex and you had put in for it, and obviously Rex got the job, and then you take an opportunity as head coach at Los Lunas, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah. So Cooper, I think we all kind of knew, Rex was kind of next in line, and right. So I didn't know if I really was going to apply, and then Cooper kind of just came and told me, hey, it'd be a great experience, for you to get to interview and go through the whole process. And, he knew I wanted to be a head coach at some point. So
right.
I think he kind of, I don't want to say he pushed me into it, but he really encouraged me. So I went ahead and did it. Honestly, I thought I had a pretty good interview, and it kind of got me thinking well, man, maybe I'm ready. And that's when the Los Lunas kind of came open the next year. And so I told Cooper, I said, what do you think about Los Lunas? And he knew the AD over there and called on my behalf and got me, helped me get an interview, and it went well over there.
Right. That's one of the things I heard is you gave a real good interview. So the Los Lunas comes up, and I was reading an article, we had played Los Lunas in the playoffs, and I think one of the things you noticed they had good athletes over there. Is that what attracted you to it as well?
Yes, sir. We had played them in the regular season that year in 17 or 16, and then we met them in the semifinals. And they had that running back that went to Michigan, and they had a linebacker that went to New Mexico State, and So they just look like, some good kids and good looking athletes. And so it just looked like a really good opportunity.
Yes. And I mean, you were right. So you take that job, and the first year you go 8-4. You actually play Artesia. So what was that like?
Yeah, that was different because I love that group of kids. That
That's
year
right.
was,
You knew a lot of those kids, didn't you?
yes, sir. Like Taylor Knoll and Cheney Hart and Cameron Aguilar and AJ Estrada. All those guys. I've been around them for their whole high school career, so it was a little different to be on the other sideline, but it was fun. I thought we had a pretty good year. We went 8-4, but we lost to the 1, 2, 3, and 4 seeded teams that year.
Yeah.
And, we lost to Artesia, I think, by like 3 or 4 points, and Roswell by a couple points. And we lost to Belen in the district championship by 1 point. So I thought we were kind of right there. So it was kind of a good way to start.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a solid year. Was there anything that caught you by surprise as a first-year head coach?
I really thought those guys just kind of bought in right away. And they really just were looking for somebody that just, wanted to build a relationship. And they were just kind of desperate just for, some positive influence in their life. And I really think they just grasped everything a lot faster than I thought. You just hear a lot of stories, like even talking to Cooper, about his first few years here in Artesia. And, he encouraged me a lot. Hey, it's probably going to be rough. And I was like, honestly surprised how smooth it went. It was just a good year.
Yeah. So, well, that's good. That's good to hear. So the second year you start rolling. You go 9-3. You make it to a state title game, and from my research, you lost your starting quarterback midway through the year. That's right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I tore his ACL.
Wow. And so from what I read, you kind of adapted to the next kid that was in line. You kind of adapted play calling to his strengths?
Yes, sir.
Wow. And then you still made it to the state title game. And that's pretty impressive. And then you go to year 3, you go 10-3, another state title game. We all know, unfortunately, you lost. We were rooting for you down here.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
But you were getting closer and closer every. Seemed like you were getting very close. This year, of course, was a real shortened year. Do you think this could have been your year to get it if you could have played it out?
Yeah, I honestly, it's the Artesia in me. I think you just think every year. That's why. Right. Like even my first year up there, and even like here, I've had people ask me, like, well, what's your expectations? And it's like I said, it's the Artesia. I want to win a state championship every year. So I thought that group we had this year was a completely different group than what we had. But, they came out. I thought it was the toughest year we've ever had just with COVID and everything. But they came out. We got to play 3 games. And, we opened up the first week with La Cueva. So you're like, man, we're playing a really good team. And, man, they just came out and battled. And that's what that team was just real gritty. And so, yeah, I think we would have had a shot at it. I think we would have been one of the top teams. And hopefully would have had another opportunity.
I kind of think you would have. Yeah, the beating La Cueva is, that they're no slouch. So
no, sir.
So yeah, 3-0, 3-0 this past year. So you finish up at Los Lunas 30-10. So that's pretty impressive. 2 state title appearances, and I think you won district every year, right? You were the district champ.
We lost in the district championship my first year.
Oh, the first year. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. But you had an amazing run. And you, from I don't know, just by looking at you were a young head coach. You're probably still one of the younger head coaches in high school, New Mexico high school football. Is that an honest assessment?
I think I'm probably on the younger side for sure. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what you've done has been impressive, to say the least. So then, this year Rex resigns and Artesia opens up, and it just seems like the job was meant for you to take it back, and you accept it. What was all that like for you?
Yeah, it's been I tell people it's been a crazy, month and a half. I was teaching my class one morning, and I got a text on a Thursday morning from Rex that just said, I just resigned, and that he was, praying that I would really think about applying for the job, and which meant a lot, coming from Rex, one of the coaches I've always looked up to, and just a really good guy. And and then it's like the whirlwind just kind of opened up, and then it was just phone call and text and phone call, and it just kind of began the whole process, and it got kind of crazy, but it was really good. There's a lot of support of just people calling and reaching out and encouraging me to try to get my name in there. And we were already kind of coming down to Artesia that weekend, and so I was able to go meet with Cooper and just talk about some things, and it just all, like I said, just all went real fast. Kind of got my interview in there, and just then I heard from him the next week and started letting people over there know, and then I was already down here that next Wednesday. So
yes.
Almost exactly 2 weeks from when I heard it open, I was already down here trying to see kids and see the weight program and everything, and see what we need to start doing. So
yes,
it's been quick.
Yes, I noticed you right away. I mean, I seen you at basketball games. I seen you at the softball game. I spotted you, and then I seen you at the elementary track meet. I didn't go up to you say hi. I figured, he's probably been bombarded by people, but I'll wait a bit to catch him. But yeah, it seemed like you've been everywhere.
Yeah, I've been trying to get out. I think it's important. I think Cooper always just did a really good job of getting out and supporting other sports and seeing other kids, and I just, moving into a new place, I just wanted them to know I'm, excited to get to see them, and also kind of evaluate them, see where we're at, and all those things. So yeah, I've been at a lot of basketball and baseball and softball and track, and it's good to see all our kids competing. It's fun.
Well, it's good to see you here and wasting no time.
Yes, sir.
It's funny to me. I think, I don't know. It's just this COVID has thrown me all off, but it seems like, man, football just ended. We got time. There's time to get ready for football, but no, there's not. Football's right around the corner.
That's what we were saying. Less than 3 months now, we're going to be playing our first game August 20th. So
wow,
crazy.
Yeah, exactly. So let's see, what else did I have here for you? Your coaching philosophy, do you take a lot from Cooper and just kind of add your own spin on some things? Or?
Yes, I do. Yeah, I mean, I got to play for Cooper, and then got to coach with him, and then coach with Rex, and see some of the differences there, and then getting to go to Los Lunas, just really, honestly, I learned a lot from coaches there and just people about different things, and kind of using your strengths of what you have on the team and running some different things. But you'll see a lot of similarities between like what Cooper was doing and what Rex was doing, and then like I guess they call it like your own flair.
Right.
We'll do some different formations and some different things just to kind of I don't want to say upgrade, but just I guess a more modern version of what Cooper's done for so long here. And so it's exciting though. It's fun. It's a good group of kids coming up.
Yeah, and that's kind of just what you said. You seem to play to the team's strengths, maybe not necessarily your strengths all the time. So I think that's important, because you're going to have different kids every year, and I think things can change from one year to the next, but yeah, we're excited to what you will add to the program and the different wrinkles you'll bring. And I wanted to ask you too. you're bringing a couple assistant coaches along with you to Artesia. Is that right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And who are they?
So the first one, his name's Tony Jaramillo.
Okay.
He's from Alamogordo. When I first got to Los Lunas in 2017, he was my defensive coordinator for my first 2 years in 2017 and 2018. And then he actually retired from education, and then he came back out this year and helped me coach again this year, just as an assistant, and just a really good guy. Been coaching for 31 plus years, so a lot of experience, and just one of the hardest working, best guys I've ever gotten to be around. And so he's really excited. His wife, Darian Jaramillo, she's going to be the new principal at Zia.
Okay.
And so she was the principal at Los Lunas High School. And she's really awesome, and she's excited about coming into the community. And she has a lot of experience as a principal at different places, and so they're so excited. They'll be here next week. They're moving into town next week, and they're ready to get going.
Awesome.
And and then the other one is Jordan Rodriguez.
Okay.
He actually grew up here in Artesia. Played. I believe he graduated in 2008, so he was, right there with like Landry's group and some of those guys, and so
I remember
he
him.
was, so he coached here for a while, and then he went to Hagerman for a year, and then he was in Roswell High both in 18 and 19 when they won the state championship, and you talk to the coaches over there and just what he brought to their program is really exciting. And then I called him up, last year before COVID hit, and I just said, "Hey, man, I'm looking for a defensive coordinator." And I guess it was the spring before, and I just said, "Hey, I'd love to get you down here, and if you'd be interested." And I mean, he just instantly said absolutely, and him and his wife came down for a visit, and we took him around town, and they were really excited and ended up making the move. And he just brought so much to our program, and me and him just clicked right away and how we worked with each other. And so he called the defense for me. And so, that's what I'm going to have him do here. He's going to call our defense and come in, and he just brings a passion to the game, and he's always studying and always, looking things up. And like I said, we really just clicked in how we work together, and we have the same philosophy and how to treat kids. And so he came in and really helped us, these 3 games. He only got to play 3 games over there as a defensive coordinator. But you watch our film, I mean, those 3 games he had us ready for. Really, we played 3 completely different offenses, and every week he just had a really good game plan. And so really excited about what he's going to do, and he's excited to get back home himself. Him and his wife are both from here, and she's going to be a teacher down at Yucca.
Okay.
Teaching 2nd grade, and she's been there before. So, he's going to teach over at the junior high, and then Tony's going to teach math at the high school. So, all the pieces of the puzzle fell in pretty nice, and Artesia's taking care of them.
Well, we want to welcome them to Artesia too, or welcome back Jordan. Like you said, he was from Roswell High. Is that another reason why Roswell High has kind of been a thorn in your side? So is that another reason why you called him?
I really started thinking about, about DC, and I wanted the DC I had in the 19 season. He wasn't a teacher, so his schedule sometimes was hard to work with, and so I called him up, and it was easy because he had done such a good job over there. And some of my guys said, "Hey, if we can't beat him, we might as well get him to join us." So he really came over and just changed the philosophy. So he's a great coach.
Well, cool. We're looking forward to seeing him work with our boys. You got a couple good defensive players, I think, coming back. Pacheco and Luis Pando. So
yes, sir.
I'll call them the killer peas. So
they're both they're good. We've been watching a lot of film, and so I think we got a lot of really good.
Yeah, I think you'll have.
We just got to get in the right place.
I think you'll have some good guys to work with. So
yes,
a couple other things here. It's just what I've heard. Are you new jerseys for next year?
Yeah, we were able to get some new jerseys for next year. Yes, sir. So
Okay.
they're not going to be too crazy like we haven't had before, but they're going to, they definitely have a little bit different flair. So it'll be good.
Well, we'll look forward to seeing that. I'll tell you one thing, Coach, is the old guys from the 80s, well, I shouldn't call them old, but they would love to see some black again.
I know. I'm a fan of the black too.
It's not the most important thing, but it just yeah. If you bring those back, they'll love you till forever.
Yes, sir.
So what do you, with the summer schedule? Are we looking for a normal summer schedule? Will we have like 7-on-7, things like that?
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's actually looking pretty good right now. There's still not a lot of guidance yet, and it's kind of a weird summer because we still have baseball and track and everything going on
right
during the month of June. So, but yeah, I mean, we're already planning 7-on-7s and some tournaments and some things, and it looks like somebody may even try to host one here in Artesia this year.
Oh, okay.
Out at the new complex out at JC Park.
Oh, that would be.
Calling me today.
That'd be awesome.
So yes, so I think there's going to be, it's going to be exciting. We'll get to do some of that, and hopefully we get everything installed pretty quick so we're ready to go.
Well, good. Yeah, we'll look forward to getting the word out on that if it comes to pass. And the summer schedule with the. The kids and the weights, that's a go from what I've seen. I think I was seeing a thing going around today saying July 5th, the 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th, the summer football program will be starting.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yeah, so we'll have some open weight rooms in June, and we're going to do what we're just calling chalk talk sessions on Monday nights so we can kind of get ahead of the game, talking some offense and defense, and then there's been guys up there throwing on their own and doing a lot of things, which is really great to see. And then so July 5th will kind of be the official first day. So we'll go with our 10th through 12th grade workouts from 7 to 9, and then we'll go with park workouts from 9 to 10, and then Zia from 10 to 11, and we'll do that 5 days a week. And we really only get about 3 weeks, and then we have coaching school, and then the next week we start 2-a-days.
Right.
It's all going fast.
Yes.
Sure.
So I wanted to ask you the schedule. Have we got a schedule down for the 2021 season yet?
Yes, sir. It'll be pretty much the exact opposite of what it was in 19 as far as same opponents, but basically what we were told by the NMAA is to just not really count this last season at all.
Okay.
And so we would just continue the second year of the 2-year block of who we were going to play. So, we'll still open up with Carlsbad and then we'll play Hobbs and everything. So it'll be pretty much the exact same as that was in 19. So
same as 19, just flip-flop the home and away?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And that should be coming out soon. They just sent it to me actually this week, kind of finalized. So it should be coming out pretty soon on some different, media platforms or whatever. And I'll make sure I'll send you a copy of it.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Just kind of wrapping up here, you're coming back to District 4A. I mean, what do you think of this district when you come back here?
Yeah, I mean, even being in Los Lunas, I think everybody in the state recognizes in 5A football, this is the toughest district. And you're coming back. You got Roswell, you got Goddard, you got a improved Alamo team over the last couple of years, and then us, and so really, really tough district. But that's I think that's what makes you look back and over the last several years, the champions come out of this district, and there's a reason for that because we play good football, and I think we play we all play tough schedules, and we all obviously our district's is the toughest, and so it just makes it gets us ready to go compete and oftentimes play each other again when we get to the playoffs. And
Right.
so it's exciting. Good district, good football, good coaches. It's fun.
Yes. Do you have any idea who would, like, this year was so shortened, we didn't get to let it play out a lot, but do you see anybody outside of our district being a really strong opponent next year?
I really think Los Lunas is going to be good. It's not like I left and they're like we were going to be bad or something.
Right.
We played a lot of young guys this last year, and so I think they're going to be good. Berlin got a new coach, so they may be doing some good things.
Mm-hmm.
I know Farmington had a really good year this year, and they graduated a lot of people, but I know they got a quarterback that transferred in from Grants that's really good.
Okay.
So I imagine they're going to be pretty good. And then, Mayfield always plays good football. So them moving down's kind of the wild card. You don't know how good or not they're going to be.
That was been who I wanted to keep my eye on, things didn't work out this year, so they didn't really get to play in 5A, but yeah, they're definitely be a threat,
Yeah, definitely. I got to watch them play Farmington in that bowl game. Farmington got after them pretty good, but, you still see, well coached, good team, move around, get to the football. So they're going to be good.
Right.
Sure.
Well, Jeremy, we've almost talked a little over 30 minutes here. I know you got a wife, you got a family, you got 2 daughters, right?
I have one daughter, and then my wife's gonna have another baby in July.
Oh, in July? Wow.
Yeah,
Jeremy, you're gonna be a busy guy.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
You're gonna be busy.
Yes, sir.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time to spend 30 minutes with me. I think people like to hear what you have to say. So, and I'm gonna send you over. I'm gonna get a gift certificate for you to take your family out to eat. So I appreciate your time today.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate what you guys do. It's a special place over here in Artesia for sure.
Yes, and if there's anything I can do for you, let me know, or get the word out on these camps. I always try to spread the word to get as many kids to come up there and experience Bulldog Bowl and Bulldog football, and just the more the better.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely.
Okay, Jeremy. Well, I'm going to let you go, and again, thanks again for joining me, and we'll talk again soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Have a good night.
You too.
Okay.
Bye-bye.